Prepare to unleash your darkest fears with Netflix's top 20 scary horror movies and series. From heart-pounding scares to twisted tales of terror, these disturbing selections will haunt your dreams. Number 20, Ju-on Origins. This chilling Japanese miniseries uncovers the roots of the infamous Ju-on curse, where horror doesn't begin. It is born. Actress Haruka Hanjo is haunted by phantom footsteps echoing through her apartment, a mystery that leads her to a house steeped in blood and sorrow. Paranormal researcher Yasuo Odajima connects a string of brutal incidents spanning decades, each tethered to the same cursed location. Directed by Sho Miyake, Ju-on Origins trades jump scares for deep psychological dread, revealing that evil can grow slowly, quietly, and eternally. The timeline may twist, but the fear is constant and suffocating. Number 19, The Cloverfield Paradox. Aboard a high-tech space station orbiting a world teetering on the brink of war, an international crew activates the experimental Shepard particle accelerator, desperate to end Earth's energy crisis. But the moment they fire it up, the world below vanishes, and reality splinters. As they scramble to restore contact, alternate versions of themselves and nightmarish anomalies begin to invade the fragile habitat. A mysterious woman suddenly appears, loyalties dissolve, and the station itself mutates into a vessel of unease. The film is a mind-bending sci-fi horror that merges quantum dread with creeping paranoia, twisting the familiar into the alien. The ensemble cast navigates fractured dimensions and psychological breakdowns, as every corridor becomes an uncertain echo of what once was. Number 18, Bloodride. This eerie Norwegian anthology series traps a group of strangers on a ghostly bus headed toward an unknown destination. Each passenger's story unfolds in a new episode. Dark and twisted tales soaked in dread and supernatural horror. From murderous secrets to cursed rituals, nothing is as it seems, and every ride leads deeper into the abyss. Directed by Geir Henning Hopland, the series blends dark humor with unsettling suspense, making each tale feel like a cursed fable. As the bus rolls on through rain-slicked roads and foggy nightscapes, passengers must face the sins they carry. The stories are short, sharp, and sinister, with a creeping atmosphere that sticks with you. Number 17, Mutants. In a snow-drenched post-apocalyptic France, a mysterious virus has decimated the population, transforming its victims into savage, bloodthirsty monsters. Amid the icy collapse, paramedic Sonia and her partner Marco race to reach the last known military refuge, an outpost rumored to be humanity's final stronghold. But the journey becomes a nightmare when Marco begins to show signs of infection, forcing Sonia into an impossible battle between love and survival. As the virus eats away at his humanity, Sonia must confront the true horror. Not the monsters outside, but the one slowly growing within the man she loves. Directed by David Morley, Mutants delivers a bleak, gut-wrenching atmosphere soaked in gore, emotion, and icy terror. The chilling soundscape and stark visuals trap you in a frozen hell where hope flickers like dying breath. Number 16, Chambers.
This is getting me, Sasha.
After surviving a sudden heart attack, Sasha receives a life-saving transplant, but the heart beating in her chest belongs to someone with secrets far from dead. Soon she's plagued by visions, uncontrollable impulses, and a chilling connection to her donor, Becky. Created by Leah Rachel, this supernatural horror series spirals into a dark web of cult-like control, hidden agendas, and eerie possession. When Becky's wealthy family swoops in with promises of opportunity, their kindness masks a sinister grip that tightens with every heartbeat. As Sasha's identity begins to slip away, the horror becomes internal and unstoppable. Number 15, The Conference. At a secluded Swedish team-building retreat, municipal employees gather to celebrate progress, until buried corruption and unchecked ambition flares into a blood-splattered nightmare. Under the guise of corporate unity, the group is haunted by the specter of a murder driven by vengeance, a man seeking retribution for his father's ruin, tied to a shady real estate scheme. As the event devolves into chaos, the employees, rife with office rivalries and personal flaws, are stalked one by a masked killer donning the grinning mascot of the upcoming mall. The film fuses scathing satire and brutal slasher thrills, delivering sharply crafted tension that ejects the audience into darkly comedic carnage. Number 14, Slasher. In this chilling anthology series created by Aaron Martin, a masked killer stalks the guilty, the haunted, and the damned, one season, one setting, one blood-soaked mystery at a time. From isolated camps to crumbling cities and elegant mansions, each location becomes a hunting ground drenched in secrets and sin. Victims are tangled in dark pasts, deadly games, or twisted vendettas, and as the bodies pile up, the truth cuts deeper than the killer's blade. Trust vanishes, fear consumes, and survival demands, facing the sins that brought them there. Each season weaves a new tale of terror where no one is safe and nothing is ever as it seems. Number 13, Little Evil.
There is nothing wrong with Lucas. He's very particular.
The child. Gary Bloom just married the woman of his dreams and may have adopted the spawn of Satan. His new stepson, Lucas, barely speaks, always wears a red hoodie, and is constantly surrounded by strange, terrifying occurrences. From school tragedies to cryptic cult members who seem to worship him. As Gary's paranoia spirals, he uncovers ancient prophecies and sinister secrets tied directly to his new family. Little Evil delivers a darkly comic twist on the classic evil child horror trope, walking a razor's edge between demonic terror and absurdity. With an uncomfortably relatable performance by Adam Scott and an eerie innocence behind Lucas's stare, the film turns parental fear into a supernatural nightmare. Number 12, Chucky.
Mommy says real killing is bad.
Yeah, well, Mommy's full of shit.
When a retro good guy doll turns up at a suburban yard sale, the blood starts flowing and secrets start spilling. Created by Don Mancini, this horror comedy series breathes new life into the iconic killer doll with a fresh setting, a new group of unsuspecting teens, and a whole lot of carnage. As Chucky slashes his way through the town, long-buried sins surface and familiar faces from his past crawl back into the chaos. The series balances wicked humor with brutal kills, unspooling the twisted origin of how an ordinary boy became a soul trapped in plastic and rage. Number 11, Till Death.
Such a perfect couple.
Emma wakes on her anniversary to find herself handcuffed to her husband, who promptly shoots himself in the head, leaving her shackled to his dead body in a remote snow-covered lake house. But the nightmare is only beginning. As she drags his corpse through frozen silence, two intruders arrive, armed and intent on finishing what her husband started. With no phone, no help, and time running out, Emma must turn every corner of the house into a weapon, every ounce of pain into strength. Till Death is a cold, claustrophobic horror thriller where marriage becomes a death sentence, and survival demands more than just escape. It demands transformation. Megan Fox gives a gripping, raw performance as a woman reborn through brutality. Because if you are a true horror fan, you need to have seen these three series. Vampires versus the Bronx.
Are going to wipe you out like the vermin you are.
In this comedic horror adventure, a ragtag group of Bronx teenagers discovers that their neighborhood is being infiltrated by real vampires. As business owners begin to vanish under ominous circumstances, the teens band together to expose the fanged threat and protect their block. Ratched. Set in 1947, this psychological horror series follows nurse Mildred Ratched as she begins working at a leading psychiatric hospital. Beneath her polished exterior lies something sinister, and as experimental treatments unfold, her true nature starts to surface. It's a chilling origin story of one of horror's most infamous characters. It, Chapter 2. Decades after confronting the terror in their youth, the members of the Losers Club return to Derry as adults when Pennywise the Clown resurfaces. Bound by memories and trauma, they unite once more to face fears that have evolved in both form and horror. Number 10, Black Summer.
God damn it!
In the early chaotic days of a brutal zombie apocalypse, a mother is torn from her daughter and thrust into a world where survival demands everything. Black Summer, created by Carl Schaefer and John Hyams, delivers relentless, nerve-wracking horror with no safe zone in sight. As she joins a desperate band of survivors, every step is hunted, every moment a test of will. The undead are fast, savage, and always one breath away, but the living are often worse. With a stripped-down style and heart-pounding tension, the series makes every second count. Number 9. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I got run over. Helen gets her hair chopped off. Julie gets a body in a trunk, and you get a letter?
In a sleepy seaside town, 4 young friends, Julie, Helen, Barry, and Ray, share a blood-soaked secret. A late-night hit-and-run they swore to bury forever. But a year later, the silence is broken. Julie receives a chilling note. I know what you did last summer. One by one, they're hunted by a hook-wielding figure cloaked in black, whose presence is as relentless as their guilt. The film spins youthful recklessness into a slasher soaked in paranoia and dread. The golden glow of summer becomes a facade masking cold, creeping revenge, where every scream echoes with regret. As friendships unravel and trust crumbles, the past sharpens its blade and comes calling. Number 8, Don't Come Home.
แล้วถ้ามันไม่ใช่อ่ะมินใช่ไหมลูก
In this eerie Thai mystery series, Vari returns to her ancestral mansion with her daughter Min seeking peace. But the house has other plans. Shadows slither through the halls, whispers echo in the dark, and something unseen stirs the stillness. Then Min vanishes without a trace. Directed by Wutadanai Intara Cassette, the story follows Fa, a pregnant detective who begins to unravel a case that drips with supernatural dread. As the layers peel back, secrets long buried crawl into the light, revealing a past soaked in terror. The walls of the house don't just remember, they resent. Number 7, He Never Died.
How old are you?
I have no idea, but I'm in the Bible if that means anything. I'm known as Cain.
Probably just gonna go kill another room full of people.
Jack is no ordinary recluse. He's immortal, cannibalistic, and bound by a rigid routine. He eats donated blood, plays bingo, prays at church, and avoids human contact to suppress ancient urges. But when his adult daughter, Andrea, unexpectedly arrives seeking connection, a chain of events breaks the monotony. Mobsters bust in, looking for the intern Jack quietly supplies with blood. Violence erupts. Jack's dormant appetite awakens, and he plunges into bloody confrontation to protect both daughter and fragile humanity. The film follows Henry Rollins as Jack, a weary anti-hero whose brute strength and sardonic silence hide centuries of regret. As he unravels into violence, Jack becomes both predator and protector, an eternal outcast haunting the edges of redemption and damnation. Number 6, Ghoul. Set in a grim near-future India under military rule, this supernatural horror miniseries unleashes terror behind the locked doors of a secret interrogation center. When feared terrorist Ali Saeed is captured, his arrival triggers a spiral of dread. He's not just a man, but the vessel for something far more sinister. Interrogator Nida Rahim, loyal to the regime but tormented by guilt, begins to see the cracks between loyalty and horror. Directed by Patrick Graham, Ghoul blends political paranoia with demonic possession, creating a bleak, claustrophobic atmosphere soaked in tension. The darkness here isn't just in the cells, it's in the hearts of men. Number 5, Silent Hill.
This place is completely cut off.
Rose,
hurry! It's coming!
Rose Da Silva brings her adopted daughter Sharon to the haunted town of Silent Hill, desperate to uncover the source of her nightmarish sleepwalking. A sudden car crash throws Rose into a fog-drenched realm where reality fractures. Sharon vanishes and Rose descends through ashen streets into a realm of twisted monsters, cultists, and bleeding architecture that shifts like a waking nightmare. Alongside Lieutenant Sybil Bennett, she unravels the town's dark past, buried by a fanatical cult's attempt to contain a tormented girl. Silent Hill fuses surreal, oppressive visuals with psychological dread, cloaked in religious desperation and maternal obsession. It's a chilling odyssey where motherhood and metaphor merge, and the boundary between salvation and damnation collapses into suffocating fog. Number 4, Archive 81.
Hello?
When archivist Dan Turner is hired to restore a collection of damaged videotapes from 1994, he unknowingly unearths a chilling mystery sealed in analog static. The tapes belong to Melody Pendris, a documentary filmmaker who vanished while investigating a sinister cult inside a decaying apartment building. As Dan watches, he's drawn deeper into her world, one filled with eerie symbols, whispered rituals, and a force that transcends time. Created by Rebecca Sonnenschein, this supernatural series bends reality, merging past and present into a haunting labyrinth of obsession. As Dan's mind unravels, one question remains. Is he documenting the past or becoming part of it? Number 3, Sputnik. In 1983, a Soviet space capsule crash lands with only one cosmonaut surviving. But he didn't return alone. Hidden within his body is a mysterious alien life form, surfacing only under cover of night. The government quarantines him in a remote facility and calls in Dr. Tatiana Klimova, a disgraced neurophysiologist, to assess the bizarre symbiosis. As she digs deeper, Tatiana discovers a horrifying connection between the man and the creature, one that's as psychological as it is physical. Under pressure from a ruthless military commander, she must decide whether to protect the host or contain the threat. Sputnik is a chilling Soviet-era sci-fi horror that weaves paranoia, biology, and political dread into a slow-burning nightmare. Number 2, Marianne.
Je vais punir. Et je respecte toujours mes promesses.
When horror novelist Emma returns to her sleepy coastal hometown, the nightmares she thought she left on the page claw their way into the real world. Her creation? Marianne, a demonic witch from her books, has awakened, and she's far more than fiction. As Emma reunites with old friends, buried secrets rise, and the town is gripped by an ancient evil that feeds on fear. Directed by Samuel Bowden, this French horror series is soaked in dread with haunting visuals, chilling performances, and a story that gets under your skin. Shadows move when no one's looking, and the past never stays buried. Don't leave yet, because if you are a true horror fan, you need to have seen these 3 series. Kingdom. In plague-ridden Joseon-era Korea, Crown Prince Lee Chang uncovers a terrifying truth. His father's death masks the rise of the undead. With his kingdom rotting from political betrayal and flesh-hungry monsters, he must survive both the living and the dead. The crown isn't just his to claim, it's his to defend against apocalypse. Number 1, Annihilation. Biologist and former soldier Lena joins a covert expedition into the Shimmer, an expanding iridescent zone that defies science and mutates all forms of life within. Originating from a meteor strike near a remote lighthouse, the area consumes everything it touches, reshaping biology in grotesque, beautiful ways. As Lena and her all-female team push deeper, they encounter uncanny creatures, eerie plant life, and shifting realities that mirror their inner traumas. The Shimmer doesn't just change the environment, it reflects, refracts, and replicates what's brought inside. The film is a cerebral blend of science fiction and cosmic horror, where the boundaries of identity and nature unravel in mesmerizing terror. Natalie Portman leads with a haunted, introspective performance as the film spirals into a hypnotic meditation on grief, change, and the annihilation of self. Here are 4 other movies you have to see. Brand New Cherry Flavor. In the gritty, neon-soaked streets of 1990s Los Angeles, aspiring filmmaker Lisa Nova is betrayed and she wants revenge. But the vengeance she seeks comes through a cursed path of black magic, body horror, and hallucinatory nightmares. What begins as justice becomes a descent into madness. Old people.
Beast.
When a woman returns home with her children for her sister's wedding, the family becomes the target of horrifying aggression from elderly locals, an unsettling inversion of age-old tropes. Those who should be vulnerable become predators, turning a familial reunion into a fight for survival. Kingdom. In plague-ridden Joseon-era Korea, Crown Prince Lee Chang uncovers a terrifying truth. His father's death masks the rise of the undead. With his kingdom rotting from political betrayal and flesh-hungry monsters, he must survive both the living and the dead. The crown isn't just his to claim, it's his to defend against apocalypse. The devil on trial.
The Warrens argue it was the demonic influence now inside Johnson that drove him to kill.
This chilling Netflix documentary explores the sensational 1981 murder case where demonic possession was offered as a legal defense, an unprecedented move in U.S. courts. Through interviews, reenactments, and archival footage, it examines the blurred lines between faith, fear, and the unknown.